Gagosian Gallery, Inc. and Jeff Koons, LLC have moved to dismiss a lawsuit brought by the collector Stephen Tannenbaum, alleging non-delivery of 3 works by the artist. The motion filed in New York Supreme Court claimed that Tannenbaum's complaint was filled with rambling and overwrought allegations. Tannenbaum sued Koons' studio and the artist's dealer Gagosian in April, claiming that 3 sculptures he had agreed to buy had not materialized, with delivery dates regularly pushed back years, despite him paying over $13 million for them. The Collectors Council alleged a Ponzi-like scheme, with the original complaint reading, "Behind the ostensible facade of Jeff Koons' art world triumphs and record-breaking auction prices, lurks a well-oiled machine, more specifically an established, archaic system as old as the hills applied to the art world to exploit art collectors' desire to own Jeff Koons' sculptures." The counter motion filed by Gagosian and Koons says, "The imperious demands of a multimillionaire who no longer wants to wait cannot trump the plain and unambiguous language of the purchase agreements, which do not require Mr. Koons to create the works by any specified deadline." UK postmodern buildings have received protected heritage status. 17 buildings built between the 1970s and 90s have been added to the National Heritage List for England. The newly protected buildings include London Docklands Housing Estate, China Wharf, a business school within the former Addenbrooke Hospital in Cambridge, and Truro Crown Court in Cornwall. Postmodernism can be categorized through its distinctive and emphasized use of brick, bright-colored cladding and distortions of classical scale and proportion. Owen Hopkins, the senior curator at London's Sir John Soane's Museum, which is currently hosting an exhibition on British postmodern architecture, has described this era as frequently written off as an expression of 1980s Thatcherism, but believes this radical period demonstrates great creativity and innovation. The city of Kassel has voted to buy Olu Ogaib's controversial monument to refugees. Titled Monument Strangers and Refugees, the sale of the Arnold Bode Prize-winning 52-foot work, which currently sits in the town square of Königsplatz, is contingent on the Nigerian-born American artist and the city reaching an agreement on the 30th of June about its location. The obelisk has sparked debate since last year's Documenta 14, where it had first been commissioned and exhibited. It touches on a timely subject matter regarding refugee policy and is inscribed with a biblical quote, "I was a stranger and you took me in various languages including Arabic and Turkish. The work received a backlash from citizens and government members due to the initial EUR 600,000 euros cost of the sculpture, which was later lowered to EUR 126,000 euros. The Pasadena Museum of Modern Art in California is to close after 16 years. 13 members of the museum's board voted via email to cease operation after Chairman Jim Crawford recommended in a board meeting on the 13th of June that the museum close after its current exhibition season ends. Although no reasons have been given for the decision, Crawford wrote in a statement on the museum's website that the board of directors would like to thank all of the donors, contributors, lenders, museum members, and especially our hard-working, dedicated staff who have made this wonderful adventure possible. The museum was founded by Pasadena residents and philanthropists Bob and Arlene Oldman and first opened its doors in 2002 with the mission of presenting the breadth of California art and design. The British Museum is to name a gallery after UAE founding father Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan, who played an important role in preserving the Middle East's unique cultural heritage. Abu Dhabi's Department of Culture and Tourism and the British Museum have signed an agreement to rename Gallery 51 in the British Museum Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan Gallery for Europe and the Middle East. Located on the upper floor of the museum, the gallery explores Middle Eastern culture and heritage and the development of farming between 10,800 BCE. The agreement also sets out a loan partnership in which Abu Dhabi's Zayed National will showcase important objects from the British Museum. Los Angeles will host a food-themed edition of its current LA Triennial in 2019. The event will explore the city's relationship to food and will be organized by the Institute of Contemporary Art Los Angeles' curatorial team. Opening in the autumn of 2019, the Culinary Center exhibition will showcase public art projects and programs in every council district in the city of Los Angeles and will feature 15 temporary artworks that delve into the topics such as agriculture and food diversity. In a statement, Los Angeles Mayor Eric Garcetti said, "Los Angeles is a global cultural capital, a place where the world comes to showcase creative excellence and artistic diversity." Artist Banu Senatoglu has published a list of refugee deaths in The Guardian to mark World Refugee Day. In conjunction with her current Chisenhale Gallery show in London, the Istanbul-based artist distributed the list online and in print, compiled and updated annually by Anti-Discrimination Network, United for Intercultural Action. Dating back to 1993, the file comprises the 34,361 documented deaths of refugees and migrants due to the restrictive policies of Europe, detailing information relating to each death such as country of origin, age, gender and cause of death. Senatoglu has been incorporating lists of migrant deaths into her work since 2002, but this is the first time that the document will be available to the UK public. The Turkish artist told The Guardian, "As long as I have resources as an artist, I will continue to make this list more visible." The Knight Foundation has launched a USD $500,000 grant for performance work. The Florida-based funder has initiated a new program that will support the development and staging of performance arts in and around Miami. Intended to help the work of visual artists, playwrights and choreographers, winners of the Open Call initiative will split the $500,000 pot, and performances will take place from fall 2020 to spring 2021. Nonprofit says that it is not looking to fund nice or safe ideas, but rather works that have the potential to be groundbreaking. In appointments news, Deborah Cullen moves to the Bronx Museum as its new director after working at Warlock Art Gallery as director and chief curator since 2012. Cullen will take the role of Holly Block, who recently died of breast cancer aged 58 after serving as director at the Bronx Museum for 11 years. The announcement arrives after a rocky few years for the Bronx, in which two board members resigned over the museum's finances and international aims. Lauren Ross has been named as executive director of the Lamar Sculpture Park in St. Louis, Missouri. The former curator of Virginia Commonwealth University's Institute for Contemporary Art will steward the 105-acre park, its facilities and sculpture grounds, in addition to overseeing exhibitions, educational programs and collaborative partnerships. In gallery news, Berlin's Gilmarek Gallery will close its 5-year-old operation on the 31st of August due to an unsustainable working environment. White Cube have announced representation of South Korean painter Park Seo-bo, born in 1931 and credited as being the father of the Dansakwa movement. In awards news, the Walker Art Gallery in Liverpool has announced the 5 shortlisted artworks for this year's biennial John Moores Painting Prize from a total of 2,700 entries. Shortlisted artists include Billy Crosby, Jackie Hallam, Tom House, Joseph O'Rourke and Shanti Panchal. Sandra Perry is the inaugural winner of the Museum of Contemporary Art Cleveland's USD $50,000 Toby's Prize, which comes with a USD $25,000 cash prize, the other half going towards the production of a new work that will go on view at the museum in April 2019.